So we're going to stay in chapter 7 or whatever on single dimensional arrays. This one today, the one we're going to look at today, we've already done one card deal. And this one starts out pretty much the same as the other one, where we create a deck of 52 cards, a normal poker deck, and assign values to it in that. But then what we're going to do, we're going to store it in an array so that we can deal 4 cards out of it. Um, when the last one we had, we only dealt 1 card, okay? So it wasn't a problem of doing duplicate cards. But now we need to make it so that when we deal these cards that we don't get a duplicate. Because if this was the old West and you dealt 2 ace of spades or something, you wouldn't make it through the rest of the day. So we're gonna do that today. Um, so it kicks it up a notch as far as the logic behind it. But I'm going to save you from the logic by helping you do it. Uh, but like I said, I expect you to go back through it and try and understand why we did certain things. Okay. Why did we do this? And why did we create another array? You're actually going to create 2 single dimension arrays, one to hold the deck and one to hold the 4 cards that we deal. Okay. And I don't understand. I don't know any card games that you only get 4 cards. I don't know why it just didn't go on to do 5 cards. And we probably could just do that by changing the number in the array to 5 versus 4, because it should be able to, if it can deal 3 or 4 cards that aren't duplicate, it should be able to deal 5 cards that aren't duplicate, or whatever number we set as the size of the array. Maybe the book guy didn't want to contribute to poker or something like that, or maybe some moral issue against dealing 5 cards. Oh God, what a rough morning. I went to Starbucks here at Campus Town at Bradley. They're closed due to somebody got COVID or something. So then I drive over to Knoxville, if you know. There's another Starbucks there. They're closed. So then I had to drive all the way out to Glen and University to get my coffee. I'm not addicted or anything to Starbucks coffee. All right. So let me share my screen with you guys, ladies. Let's see what I got going here. Let's share that. Let's make this smaller. You guys seeing this? I need to close that. That was yesterday. Hello?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Let's see here what I got going. All right. All right, so that's what we're gonna do here. Let me get that right and get this right. And scroll up. Okay, okay. So this is week 11. Usually I do 15 lessons in a 16-week semester. That means that sometime, I haven't figured it out yet, we might have a final project that spans 2 weeks that I'll give you 2 weeks to do. But I haven't quite figured it out, so don't panic yet. Okay, so we're going to have a new program here. And let's just call it 4-card draw. So I am still drinking my coffee, so please excuse me. Plus, it's dripping. I don't know what my drops leaking or? Yeah, Starbucks is not open. It's a bad day at the Petersons. I could probably save a lot of money if I made my own coffee. Although my cleaning lady broke my coffee pot. Not that I ever use it, but and we'll do this. Let's see, today's date. Moving along. It's the 6th of April. And author and the purpose. Um, we're going to go ahead and deal the 4 cards, and then we're going to go ahead and determine what their numeric value is. Numeric sum. So, like if you had if a delta is an ace, 2, 3, 4, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 is, what is it, be 10? Is that right? No. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 3 is 6 and 4. Yeah, 10. So something like that. Of course, your face cards will be 13 for the king, 12 for the queen, etc., etc. Okay. This will have a menu and they are random. Uh, so we need to import for both of those things. So we got an import for a scanner. Oops, I'm sorry. Java.utility. And now my computer locks up. We'll see here. I'll give it a second. See if I can get it so it doesn't. Nope, it locked up. So now I have to sit and wait till it, there it goes. Then it pops in the wrong thing. And I got a scanner. And I can import a Java. Just remember that, in your future, that you could just put an asterisk here, and that would allow you to do anything that's in the utility library. You could instantiate anything at that point. Okay. The only time I need a scanner today will be in the menu. So I'm not going to declare my scanner up here outside of the main. I'm going to put it in fact, I'm going to put it in the menu. So I got a void here, and then this will be main. And again, this is basically our standard setup that we've been doing since day one. So it should be coming almost like, what do you want to call it? La 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 la. I want today. Oh, I think I'm going to call it, for a change, I think I'll call it char choice. And I'll make it equal to Q. And let's just stub stuff in here. My do loop done. I like getting that all set up. So oh, come on. Tab over, and we'll make this switch based on choice today. I mean, if you're used to using again, there's not a problem with that. I don't care. So we're going to have case. I think we'll have case D today for, let's see. You know what? I'm going to say, yeah, that'll be okay. And we'll just type in here for now, system.out.print line deal is here. And then our break, always got to have a break when you have a switch. Or it'll just run down and give you the last one. And then we'll use P for pick. So this is kind of, I've got this set up that basically they're going to have to pick all, they're going to have to go through the menu to run these. In other words, this second one won't run once I get it fixed. It won't run without the D being ran first. In other words, they have to deal the cards, and then they can, the computer will pick the cards, and then the third thing will be to evaluate the cards or score the cards. So this one will be case S for scoring. Oops. But again, this allows us to break it down into different parts, different methods, and which allows us to make it a little bit easier, especially for debugging. And if I, this will be Q. That's out too far. There we go. /N. /N at the end. And then this one should be default, I think. that. I got something goofy here. That's right. Oh, I don't have my while yet. That's why it's going nuts. So while, what did I call it? Choice. Ta-da. All right. So I think right now it should run and give us our exit message if we have everything put together right. And it does. You can see here it says thank you for using Acme products. So that's good. All right. So we're going to run back up here to do that. And we can put in um, our menu. So it's going to say choice is assign the value from set menu. And of course, that'll be a char. So I'm going to scroll down. And outside of the main, we'll go ahead here. And it's a char, set menu. It's just my divider, so it doesn't have to have anything special. So it's private static, char, set menu. And okay, so let's go ahead and put some type of a banner. So system.out.print and /n. And then 1, 2. And I can tell right now I'm going to need some more space here. Try that. Something about like that. Come back and fix it later. And this one, I can just copy just that much of it. And then /T, the D for deal. That was pick. Chose the wrong one. This is pick. The next one is this one will be the quit. And then that'll work, I believe. Okay, missing something here. Do. Oh, yeah. Might want to do that. Okay, that's better. And then here we'll do I'm going to move this up on top right here. Again, the reason I'm putting it here is this is the only method that I need the scanner for in this program. So then what I can do here is pick is equal to user scan dot next dot to upper and then char at. That works. And then we'll return the pick. We'll run it and test it, make sure everything's stubbed in correctly. That looks decent. You can see here I need to put more spaces in. About 1, 2, 3, about 6 more spaces in my banner. But if I hit D, it says deal is here. P, pick is here. S, score is here. I type a J. It says only D, P, S, and Q are valid. I type a Q, and it says thank you for using. And then, of course, displays that and quits the program. So that looks pretty good. But I need about 1, 2, 3 there. And then maybe 1, 2, 3 here. And let's run it again just to see if I get the banner any closer. Okay, we still need 2. Click that. So I'll put 1 here, 1 here, run the program. They should be right on. There you go. So now the banner's right, nice indentation. This comes across good. I think it looks pretty good. All right. So now you should have the basic setup from what we normally do. I'm going to run up here, put our chart choice in. I'm going to create our first array. Okay. And it's going to be a string array. So again, it's set of brackets like that. And I'm just going to call it card equal to a new string. And I'm going to make it how many cards in a deck? Anybody awake?
52.
Yeah, but there's no zero card, right? So we're going to make it 53 because we don't want to have a zero card. And then let's go ahead and I'm going to make some Booleans here because I told you I want it so it runs, they have to hit the delt button first. Then they have to hit the pick button before they can evaluate the. So I'm going to make two Booleans here. One is, it was a delt, okay? And was it picked? Okay. And I think I'm good there. I think that looks okay. So now I can come down here into my D and we're going to deal the cards or whatever you want to call it. In other words, we're going to put them in there in the array. So I'm just going to call this thing, let's see here. I'm going to actually put a comment in here that says deal the cards to an array. And so then I'm going to call it, well, I already called the array card up there. And so I'm going to say, display deck. Be okay, I think. Okay. So this is what I added here. And these three things right here. So now come here outside of set menu in the main. And we'll go here. And this will be string display deck. So, so I'm going to return an array. So this has to have what I'm going to return. I have to declare it. So it'll look like that. If you don't put this in like this, you can't return an array. Okay. So note it's always that. Whatever you're going to return, you always have to put it, what is the data type? Of course, in the main, we don't return anything. So that's a void. Okay. When you don't want to return something, it's a void. Okay, I need some variables here. I need a card count. I'll make that equal to 1. And then I need another array, the one I'm going to create here. I'm just going to call this one cards versus card. This is what I'm going to send back when I'm all done here. So it'll be another 53 because it's going to contain all my cards. And then I need to be able to, like we did before, I'm going to call this string, let's call it suit. All the air raid or whatever tornado warning things are going off. And then we need string card name. I don't know why I put a space in that other one. There shouldn't be anything in there. And so that we can build. Now I'm just going to put a filler in the 0 spot of my array. And I'm just going to type in there that there is a joker, but it's not used. So that's the value that's stored in the 0 element. In the 0 element of my cards array. Okay. So there's something in there. Now again, and so we can even print that out at this point because we're going to print out all the cards. Okay. When we're all done with building the deck. Okay. So our first one will be for int index is equal to 1 because we already got 0. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not y. So this will be less or equal to 4. I'm going to make it less than or equal to 4. That kind of prevents any errors later on. That's supposed to be index equal to 4, and then index plus plus. That's going to run 4 times, and we're going to assign the different suits of the cards. So this will be index here. And again, this is no different than what we did before when we did the card game type thing. We picked a card. So this is going to be suit is equal to space of spades. And we're just going to put these in a line like this because it's nice and easy, and just do all of them. So again, we're just building the deck. That should be good there. So we go there, we get that done. Then we're going to come here and so we got that 4 going. So we need another 4 here. I think it's out there. Let's see, 4 goes there. No, it's under our switch. So this is inside the other 4. All right, so then we have case 1, and we'll call it card name is equal to our ace plus our suit break. Oops, you gotta be able to spell case right too. Here we go. When we go down, this will be 13. I still have something screwy up there. What we got wrong here? Orphan case. Where's my typo? Oh, better put the switch in, huh? Jeez. This is why you use an IDE, by the way, because so it picks up all your silly typos or brain. Your brain isn't quite working right. Much better. And then we just keep going. 12 will be our queen. And then case 11. And then again, if you remember, we stop here and we just take the default. These are all the ones that don't have names. The 2 through the 10, we're just going to use their values or their index number instead. So then we can just say card name is equal to the index number plus the suit. All right. So now we've got all 4 suits. We have values with them. Now we also want to need to move this over a little bit. Okay, so back outside our 4 here. Get rid of that. Right in here, outside this 4, we will go ahead and put them in the array. So we're going to put this here. This will be card count. Remember, we had a variable called card count, and we put card name into it each time it goes through. Then we're going to go ahead and print them out. Like that. That should print them out. And then we add 1 to the card count to go on to the next one. And then we empty out the card name for the next time it goes through. Either that or you get one big long name. Okay. Scroll down a little bit. And then we'll go outside this one and zero out our name too. And then let's see, where do I want this? I gotta see where I'm at here. So I'm in there. This one is, must be missing something here. I think I'm missing maybe not. Well, we'll see what happens. So I got my name there. Card name. Why is that not? Where did I declare name at? I'm missing a variable here. Oh, it was suit. That's why. So this is suit here. That looks good. And then we need to, out here, return cards. And I'm missing something. I got an extra something somewhere here. Two. This is here. So that's the end of the loop. That one goes from there. Your name is outside. Then there should be one more there. I think I'm missing one. Gotta be. This is crazy. I've got something not right. Default card. This one goes here. Well, I think I know what's wrong. That gets out of there. And those are actually in this for loop here. So these need to move over to there. Then suit becomes in that other loop. And then we return. So this moves over. And then this is there. And this is there. So make sure you get those straightened out. I had an extra right here. You have an extra. I had an extra brace. Now, if you save this and run it, hopefully, we'll go here and type a D, and you should get a deck of cards. One of one. I got something wrong, huh? 4 diamonds. Okay, something's wrong. My index here. Switch count. Why is that not? So if that's the card. Okay, you guys should be helping me find what the error is here. Okay, so if I have count here, let's see, count, count. Name. Okay. Oh, there it is. This should be count. Make sure you make this change. And then if I do my D here, there we go. And you should have jokers not used, and then a list of the other 52 entries. Ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, and ace through king. And then you can go ahead, hit Q to stop. Blah. Should work. So you need to be good up to this point. So anybody not have this part running, so we can help you get here. Okay, how about this? Everybody that's running, say mine works. Hello?
Mine works.
Mine works, but could you go up a little bit? I just want to double check one part of it.
Tell me where. Where do you want me?
Right here is good. I'm just missing, or I have a misspelling, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Mine's good too.
Okay. So there's only 3 people in here, huh? I know the 2 ladies are good. I guess there isn't a lot of. All right. So we have that now. So we're going to jump back up here. And I told you, we're not going to let them move on to P until they satisfy that they dealt the cards. So we're going to say here is dealt will now become true once you've dealt the cards. Then we'll come down here. And this one will be P. Is that what I called it? Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, pick. And then we will go here and we'll have an if statement. So if display deck, and again, you should understand, I'm sorry, if is dealt. We don't have, if it's these Booleans, if all you do is put the Boolean name, it's the same thing as saying like that or is equal to. So if you want to put is true like that, that's fine. But notice that you can also do this and just say is dealt. That means if it's true, then we are going to go ahead and pick our cards. Okay. So if it's true, we are going to pick 4 cards. So let me do that. Let me think here how I'm going to do that. And then how did I do this? Is dealt. Okay. So we'll say pick. No, we'll say card is what we called it, right? No, we already got the cards, Doug. Yeah. So we'll say pick 4 cards. And we need to send that array down. That whole, all 52 or 53 things we're going to send to our our method. And then let's go here and just say else system.out.print line. You must first deal the cards. I think that'll work. Okay. Da, 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 da. So now we need a method called pick for card. So we're going to come down here. And it is going to be another string array, I think. But it'll be a void. So I guess it is just a void. And then pick for cards. Like that. And then all right. So private static string. Oh, something's wrong. Okay. Maybe it isn't a void. It is not a void. It's a string. And we're sending down a string. We'll just call it deck. Because if we're sending something down, we have to have the parameter to catch it. We have to be able to catch the argument. Now I can put in my the for card, so I'm going to call it chosen. It'll be a new int. Because that's going to store the index numbers where our cards are stored as strings. And then we need our randomizer here. I'm just going to call it RDM for today. And we'll say a new random. Again, the only reason it's here is because it's the only place I need it. And then int pick card. We'll make it with a 0. Again, I'm trying to explain why I do certain things here. So here, our loop is where we're going to go ahead and pick our cards and store them in our new array. So we'll say then the count is less than choosing. Nobody said a word. If you guys see mistakes, you need to tell me. Chosen dot length. Oh, it doesn't get a. And then count. Notice here, like when you use a string and you type length after it, it's a method. You have to put your 2 parentheses there. But when it's an array, you don't have to do that. Okay? Or you can't do that. You don't put the parentheses in because that's built into the All right, so now we're going to make a Boolean. That same card is equal to false. Okay, because remember, we can't pick the same card more than once. Okay, you can't pick the same card twice, I should say. Got a do loop. Okay, and then we are going to pick the first card. It's equal to RDM. Dot next int. And then we're going to make that 52 plus 1. So that gives us random numbers from 1 to 52. Because if all I do is next int, I get 0 through 51. Well, we're not using 0, so we need to pick for that. And for int count, or int. So I got count there. I'm going to make this count 2. So this will be for int count 2 is equal to 0 count 2 is less than chosen length. Count 2 plus plus. All right, so here's my first if here to determine if this has been picked already. So if chosen count 2 is equal to the chosen card, or the pick card, I mean. Okay, so now it's checking to see if there's already a card stored in our array. Okay. We're seeing if there's one already stored. If there is, that means we've already picked it. Okay. And we don't want to duplicate that. So we're going to say that the same card is assigned true. And we're just going to break out of the loop if that's the case. Okay. Then else, it'll be same card is equal to false. That means nothing was in there. Okay, so that goes there. Then we can say this. We'll put a if in here. If not, so this is the same as here. If I put if same card is equal to false, okay? Now I'll show you the shortcut. If not, same card, right? Because if I just type same card, that means true. Okay. So if I put a exclamation point in front of it, that means if the same card is false, that means nothing was in there. Then we can start. So let's say if, then pick card is the modulus of 13. In other words, if it comes out as 0, okay, now which cards would those be? That would be the king, right? I think, let's see. If it's 13, 26, 39, and 52, okay? Then we want to add 13 to total, okay? Well, we haven't set up a total yet. So it's going to scream at me. I'm going to go ahead and up here, all the way up here, outside the main, I'm going to declare a variable. So it'll be private static int, and then I'll just make it m underscore, and then we'll make it total like that. And we'll say it's equal to 0. Then I'm going to come down and change this to m underscore total. And why is it yelling at me? Illegal start of expression. M underscore. Why is that? There we go. I had a space in there. So that M, all it means is that it's good. That's my way of saying that this variable was declared outside. It's out in the class somewhere. Okay. I could use a C, I guess. And then, so I'm going to add 13 there. And then we're going to go ahead and say else. We'll say M total. Excuse me 1 second. I got to take this. Sorry about that. I had to get my air conditioning on my car fixed, and they were calling. Okay, so now this will just be plus equals pick card percent 13. So now we're just dividing by 13, and the remainder will be good for all the other card values. Then outside of that, we will put our card in our array. So chosen. This will be picked. Will be equal to pick card. Like that. And we add 1 to picked. So that's that. Then we've got our loop here. We got to close that. So this will be while same card is equal to true, because again, we already have that card picked. So we want to just keep going through the loop until it finds one that has not been picked. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and show the 4 cards that were picked. So this will just be index is equal to 0. Index is less than chosen dot length. Index plus plus. So this is just going to display them. So all we'll have here is a system dot out dot print line deck chosen, and then the index to, that's right. Okay. And now I'm thinking again, do I need to return anything at this point? I don't think so. Do I need to return the 4 cards now? I could though, couldn't I? It's just a bunch of integers though. Yeah, let's try that. I'm going to change something here and see if it works. I'm going to make this an integer. I haven't done it this way before, so we're going to experiment. And this will be an int. Then I return that. It's going to scream at us for a minute here until I get it figured out. So this is going to be return chosen, right? Is that what it was called? Yep. So I think that'll be okay. So when we go back up here, we're going to have to alter this. Because pick 4 cards has to return something now, or I want it to. So we're going to come up here and have one called int. Hoping this is going to work. So they were down here. And this would be what did I call it? Cards chosen is new 4. So this is chosen. It's a new integer of 4. Comes down here, returns chosen, but about here. So it's an int. Pick 4 cards. Why is this not returning? Four cards. Now, why wouldn't that work? Hmm. need that. There we go. And so now that you got that right, now I'm going to say that this is picked. So we just say is picked. And again, I could have put is set to true here. Then let's see. You got that, got that. Now we can show our cards and score them. So I'm going to come here and say, this will be a void. So all we're going to do here is display results. And then we'll send down I gotta do my if statement here too first. So this will be if is picked. Then we can go ahead and display the results. And the question here is, do I want to send a 4 down or do I just want to send it to a raise down? I'll just send both of them, I guess. And then so we're going to say, we're going to send down card and we'll send down cards chosen. Both. Okay. And then else, we'll print out that they haven't done everything. So this will say system dot out dot print line. You must first so what was that one? Pick. So we got that. Got that. So now we need a method called display results. And we're over our time. So do you guys want to keep going and finish this? Or do you want to come back on it Thursday? Oh, nobody cares. Okay, well, then I'll just keep going. So goes here. So I need something called display results. And it's a void. And I need a string called, we'll just call it back. And then I need an int called let's go element number. Okay, and I'll say 4. Count. It'll be I think that might work. We're going to go, I'm going to test this before I go any farther. So see if that in fact works. All right, so we do our D to deal the deck. We do the P, and you can see it dealt 4 cards here. And now I need to get those 4 cards down to my scoring. And you can see it does that. So that's cool. That's where we want to be right now. So I pass those 2 arrays down here and I can print them out. So it's right here. I'm going to say system.out print line. Your 4 cards are something like that. Then it prints out my 4 cards. Then down here, outside that loop, I'm going to say system.out.print line your total, your cards is space, and then I'll just do this easily. And then this should be M underscore total. Okay, this can all be indented a little more. Oops. So I deal, I pick, and I score. So it says your 4 cards are these, and your total is 24. So we got 11 and 3 is 14. And then 15 with an ace and 9 more is 24. So that works. So if I score it again, you get the same thing until you go back and deal again. So you'd have to deal again or pick again. So I can just go back. I can hit P. And you can see now I have different cards. Score again. And now you can see I have 68. Okay, but so what it's doing is adding, because 13 and 13 would be 26, 36 and 8, but 44 plus what I had before. So I have a problem there where once it prints this out, we should zero out M total. So we need to put that in and save it. And the last thing that I would do to clean it up all the way is I would go here and put in that no code follows. And then I would save it and I would zip it up and put it in your portfolio. So that's my overlong lecture for today. I'm going to stop recording.